Let's transition to my favorite segment of the week. It's the NFL Week 4 Wise Picks. In Week 3, my record was 11-5. So I had a better record in Week 3 than I did in Week 2. I hope to have a great record in Week 4. Let's start off with these NFL Week 4 Wise Picks. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored by 3 points. It's a 9:30 a.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 43.5. I believe this game is going to be played overseas. So I feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars are a better football team than the Atlanta Falcons are. Yes, the Falcons are 2-1 and the Jaguars are 1-2, but I believe Trevor Lawrence is more developed than Desmond Ridder is. So I'm rolling with Trevor Lawrence to beat Desmond Ridder. I'll go Jaguars 21, Falcons 20. The Pittsburgh Steelers, who have won 2 straight, are traveling to Houston to take on C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. The Steelers are favored by 3 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Houston. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense, they are elite. They played some great football over the last 2 weeks. They are right now a top 10, arguably top 5 defense in the NFL. I think C.J. Stroud will be frustrated Sunday afternoon. I feel like T.J. Watt and Highsmith, they're going to get after C.J. Stroud. I'm rolling with the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Houston Texans 24-17. The L.A. Rams are favored by 1 point in Indianapolis, taking on Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 45.5. I told everyone last week that the LA Rams are not a playoff team. I feel like the Colts are playing some great football and they're maximizing their potential. I'm rolling with Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts to beat Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. I'll go Colts 17, Rams 14. The 0-3 Minnesota Vikings are traveling to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. The Vikings are favored by 4.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Carolina. Bryce Young is expected to play in this game. He's been dealing with a nagging ankle injury. This is my weekly wise pick. Every week I have a upset pick of the week. This is going to be my upset pick for week 4. I'm rolling with the Carolina Panthers to beat the Minnesota Vikings 27-24. The Panthers are going to win their first game of the season. This is a matchup between 2 0-3 teams. The Vikings are struggling. I expect Bryce Young to perform well against that Vikings defense. So I'm going Panthers 27, Vikings 24. My week 4 upset pick of the week. Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to New Orleans to take on Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favored by 3.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 39.5. The Saints are going to be without starting quarterback Derek Carr. I think it's going to affect the Saints. The Saints went scoreless in week 3 against the Packers in the second half. The Bucs have impressed me, even though they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night. The Eagles are that great. I still think the Bucs are playing some nice football right now. So I'm rolling with the Bucs to beat the Saints. I'll go Bucs 24, Saints 23. The Washington Commanders are traveling to Lincoln Financial Field and taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Philly. The over-under for this matchup is 43.5. The Eagles are rolling. I thought that win against the Bucs on Monday night, the way they were able to run the football, And the way Swift was running in between the tackles, it really impressed me. I thought the offense got into a rhythm. So I don't really have high expectations for Sam Howell and the Commanders in this game. This is the NFC East matchup. The Eagles are the class of the NFC East. They're going to prove it once again at Lincoln Financial Field Sunday afternoon. Eagles 31, Commanders 17. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are in Cleveland taking on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are favored by 3 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Cleveland. The over-under for this game is 40.5. I don't understand why the Browns are favored to win this game. I like Deshaun Watson and the way he performed last week against the Tennessee Titans. But Lamar Jackson right now is currently better than Deshaun Watson is. And the Baltimore Ravens are a better football team than the Cleveland Browns are. So I'm rolling with the Ravens to beat the Browns in Cleveland. I'll go Ravens 27, Browns 20. The Denver Broncos are in Chicago taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. The Broncos are favored by 3.5 points. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff in Chicago. Unfortunately, someone has to win this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Broncos and the Bears tie Sunday afternoon in Chicago. That's how bad the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears have been. So I'm going to say this game is going to end in a tie. Broncos will tie the Bears Sunday in Chicago. I don't have faith in neither Russell Wilson or Justin Fields at the moment. So I'm rolling with a tie in the Broncos and Bears game. The Las Vegas Raiders are in LA taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers. It's an AFC West battle. The over-under for this matchup is 48.5. The Chargers are favored by 5.5 points. 4:05 kickoff in LA. I feel like the Chargers are a better football team than the Raiders are. The Chargers needed that win over the Vikings in week 3. I think this is an opportunity for the Chargers to pile up some wins. Chargers take care of business and beat the Raiders in LA. Chargers 31, Raiders 20. The New England Patriots are in Dallas taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 6.5 points. It's a 4:25 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this game is 43.5. The Cowboys had a letdown last week against the Arizona Cardinals. I believe it was a wake-up call. I expect the Cowboys to beat the Patriots. I'm going Dak Prescott 28, Mac Jones 21. The Arizona Cardinals are traveling to the Bay to take on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are favored by 14 points. Kickoff is set for 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The over-under for this game is 43.5. This is the biggest line of the weekend. The 49ers are going to take care of business over the Cardinals. I know it's an NFC West battle, so sometimes you have these games where these bad teams in a division will compete against the good teams in a division. That won't be the case this week. I'm rolling with the 49ers to beat the Arizona Cardinals 41-17. The Kansas City Chiefs are in New York to take on the New York Jets. The Chiefs are favored by 8.5 points. This is the Sunday night matchup on NBC. It's set for an 8:20 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 41.5. This game will also be a blowout in my eyes. I'm rolling with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to beat a New York Jets team that is currently depressed. I'm going Chiefs 31, Jets 13. The Monday Night Football matchup in New York at MetLife is Geno Smith and the 2-1 Seattle Seahawks traveling to New York to take on The 1-2 New York Giants. The Seahawks are favored by 1.5 points. Kickoff is set for 8:15 p.m. The over-under for this game is 47.5. I feel like Geno Smith is better than Daniel Jones. I feel like the Seattle Seahawks are a playoff team in the NFC. The Giants are not. So with that being said, I'm rolling with the Seahawks to beat the Giants at MetLife Stadium. I'll go Seahawks 24, Giants 17. And those are my NFL Week 4 Wise Picks. Be sure to go and follow my Week 4 Wise Picks on the Wise Guys social media. You can see my predictions. I always post my predictions the morning of the games when these games start on Sunday. I always post these picks Sunday morning, so you can go on the Wise Guys social media and check out all my Week 4 predictions.